Hey team, welcome back to Deep Space. My name is Ben. I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor, and I have missed you guys. It's been a while since I've been making videos, but there's something going on in the world right now that's kind of coaxed me off the sidelines where I felt like I really needed to make a video today. And that is what's going on with our immigration system, with parents and children being separated the way that they are. There's a lot that's being said about this right now, and I don't have a ton new to add. Really, I just want to add my voice to those who are coming out from the world of medicine, the world of psychology, and just add my voice to say that this isn't good. It's actually like really, really epically, historically awful. It's a really bad thing that's going on with these kids. And I just say a quick word about why it's not just that these kids that are being separated from their families are like having their feelings hurt or they're going through something hard. It's not like we're making this extra tough on them in a way that, that's disproportionate. It shouldn't be so. We shouldn't be so mean to them. It is absolutely all of those things. It is poorly calibrated. It is super mean, but that's not really the deepest problem of this. That's a problem. The real problem that's happening with this has the potential to be catastrophic. It has the potential to be life-changing for all of these kids in a way that will be really difficult to undo and may have lifelong consequences on them and their families that are nothing that we want to be a part of. It has more to do with how humans experience trouble, how we experience trauma, how we experience pain and fear, and what is and the role that we're intentionally playing in these kids' lives in that way. So humans have the remarkable ability of navigating and weathering really, really gnarly stuff by the power of the relationships that they have and that they're surrounded with. You've probably experienced this in your own life one way or the other, where like a really, really bad thing was made way, way worse by how people responded to it, or made way, way better, and you were able to navigate it way better because of how people responded to it. How an experience hits us has a lot to do with who's with us. And right now, these kids are already going through a lot. They're already really vulnerable. Their hearts are really exposed. Their inner world is really right on the surface as they're going through the most profound changes. And I mean, these are asylum seekers primarily. A lot of these are people that are coming here because they're escaping violence. They're escaping extreme poverty. They're coming here because things are already really, really bad. And so leaving their homes, coming here, and then being separated is actually way, way worse than just like, I miss my mom, I miss my dad, or I don't want to spend time apart from you. It's taking away their source of stability and comfort when they're at their most vulnerable. That's not good. In fact, it's epically bad. From a psychological perspective, it's more like torture than even just punishment. The idea that we would punish these people for seeking asylum is already pretty unpalatable for me. I can't get my head, I'm not behind that. But the idea that we would not only punish them, but we would even psychologically torture them, which is what we're doing to these kids, it's epically, historically, unconscionably immoral and unjust, and it's really disgusting. So I just wanted to lend my voice as somebody from the field of psychology to say, hear from me too, and there's a lot of other voices that are saying this. This is something that's got to change. It's something that's got to stop. It's not okay. It's not like we went too far. This is categorically should not be happening in any way, shape, or form. This is uncivilized. It's unevolved. It's barbaric, and it's not something that my country stands for. So, a couple things with that. I'm talking with a lot of people in my office lately about how much this is affecting them and how hard this is for them. And for you guys, I just want to say a quick word for the people, for my clients who are experiencing this, and for anybody else who might be watching this. It's really undone by this. It's a pretty normal thing to feel in a situation like this. Let me just validate and normalize those feelings of helplessness and powerlessness and disgust and anger and rage. All of those things are a part of this. Let me just tell you a couple things, though. Let me just first of all say, thank God you can feel that. Your ability to experience, to watch, to hear the audio that's been released of children, to see the pictures, and to be wrecked by that, and to not be okay with that, is a beautiful thing. I'm really glad that you can feel that. The fact that this problem exists is a reflection of people who are unable or unwilling to do that in the first place. They're not willing to be moved by these children being actual human beings, and to allow their emotions to feel the weight of these lives and their impact. You can feel this, and that is a really, really good thing. It means your humanity is intact. It means you're able to feel the weight of another life, of the lives of the vulnerable and the powerless. And even though you're not experiencing it directly, it still matters to you. That is a beautiful thing. I'm really glad you can feel it. Keep feeling it. Keep letting it matter. The same token, on the flip side of that, that's got to be balanced, right? We can't let this just destroy us. We can't let these injustices, this pain, the powerlessness destroy ourselves, drag us down into a pit of despair and hopelessness. Instead, what we want to do with this is we want to channel the pain, the anger, the sense of futility, the disgust, the incredulity, the how can this even possibly be happening, channel it into action. Do something about this. Don't stand for this. Don't let history look back on you and say, what were you doing while they were putting children in cages? And say, I just really couldn't face it because it was too challenging. It was too much. I was overwhelmed. I couldn't do anything about it, so I just tried not to watch. Balance watching with action. Feel it, but don't be overwhelmed by it. Channel it instead into action. I'm going to leave a link to just a quick article of, like, if you want to do something, here's some things that you can do. I hope that you'll join me in that we can do our part, let our voices be heard, and that's really what I'm trying to do today, is just be a part of saying, I did what I could. I spoke up in the way that I could and said, this is not okay. This is torture. I'm not okay with child torture, and so I'm not okay with this. If you're not okay with child torture, but you're okay with this, then please hear me challenging that and saying those are actually irreconcilable. Those don't go together. This is child torture in a very real psychological way that is more than just a legal issue. It's more than a political issue. This is a moral issue. Please don't allow this to stand. Don't allow it to wreck you. Don't allow it to overwhelm you. Instead, channel it into action. Let's do something about it. I missed you guys. I love you. Each one of you is really important to me. This is Deep Space, is what we do here. We talk about mental health. We talk about psychology. Sometimes we do this. We talk about current events. Please, engage with me in the comments. I'd love to talk with you about any of this or anything else. And also, too, if you ever have any questions for me, anything you'd like to hear a clinical professional counselor talk about, then I'm happy to do that for you. You can leave those in the comments. You can hit me up in any of the contact info down there in the description. Please do subscribe if this is something that you're into. Feel free to share this with anybody you'd like. And let's do this together. Let's face the overwhelming, the dark, and let's try to bring as much light and love as we can to it. And that means being real and facing the really hard things together. I'm with you guys in that. I love each one of you. I've missed you. Hopefully I'll make some more videos this year. But I'd love to hear what you would like those videos to be about, if there's anything I can be helpful with. So let's get this monstrosity off of American history, and let's do something about it together. All right, guys. Go team humanity. Go team, not trying to be epically, historically disgusting. That's my team. I hope you're with me on it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Love each one of you. I will talk to you guys later.